speaking of romantic comedies and things like that, Hugh Grant,
Yes.
famous actor.
Yes.
Now he has turned down starring roles in big budget films. And part of that is because he says that he felt like the big corporations, they were like breathing down the neck of filmmakers. They were pressuring them to make certain like decisions. So it really was in the hands of the filmmakers, the creatives. It was as he called it, the non-creative executives running the show. And I got to tell you, sometimes you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
When studio notes strip the movie of all its personality. Because they're trying to appeal to the largest common denominator. And sometimes when you go about trying to please everyone, you please no one.
Yeah.
So that's tomato. Yes, tomato. I think Ruben left, but thank you, Ruben, for coming on. So the thing that was concerning to him was like, one thing he said was like he but he was in Dungeons and Dragons, No Honor Among Thieves or whatever it's called. I haven't seen that yet. Okay. I wanted to, and then everything else got in front of it, and I forgot all about it.
The recent movie Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, Honor Amongst Thieves, which Dupree told me that it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And, so... Nice. But it didn't do that great in its run. It was a good movie, but it didn't do that great in its run. And he was like... He was surprised. He said, did anybody do any market research? Did anybody see if the fans were asking for this? And I was like, wow, Hugh, you are really nailing it. Who asked for this? Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to see it. But what I'm saying is like, I think that's the big problem right now. They keep putting out movies and TV shows that nobody's asking for.
No, yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard any person that plays. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone that plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Fahad doesn't talk to nerds.
No, not that it's bad to play, but it's like
I played it once with my movie. In college, my movie friend.
Maybe I have talked to somebody that's played it. I guess in life, because I don't know everything about everyone. So like, if you've played it and I've talked to you, I'm sorry. But that's valid. That's valid though. What kind of market research are they doing for these movies, and what do they put like a little note in the Dungeons and Dragons boxes, and as they sold them, they said, "Hey, you've been invited to a screening of a sizzler reel of Dungeons and Dragons movie." So, and they got 100 dungeons.
You'll get there.
They got 200. They got 200 Dungeons and Dragons.
If you can't say it, I'm definitely not going to try. I'm definitely not going to try.
Did they get all of these D&D players together?
Okay. So, actually, I saw a headline, but I didn't look into it, where Dungeons and Dragons is finished. I don't know what that meant. I didn't get a chance to look into it, so I'm not going to say anything on it. Because you know how these headlines go. They be grabbing your attention. And if you don't read it or listen to the video, like, it was just clickbait. So I don't even know. But do with that information what you will. I haven't done my due diligence. But, yeah. So, no. I got to watch Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry.
But I wonder how many other actors are feeling the way he's feeling, and they're like trying to avoid big budget films because there's no room. There's no room to kind of add a little bit creativity to it. Now, the other thing that stuck out to me about Hugh Grant is he said that he had been marooned on an island. Like, he wasn't getting phone calls and Wolfie Johnson. This is back in 2009. Okay. Yeah. So he was like the romantic comedy love interest guy for a minute. Notting Hill and a bunch of other ones.
Bridget Jones's Diary.
Yes. And the problem with that is when you start really carving out a niche for yourself, or you get placed in a niche.
Typecast.
Yeah. They don't consider you for anything else. So when romantic comedies had like a lull for a while, they weren't really coming out with them. So if that's what you're known for, as your bread and butter, no one's calling you for like the Terminator
action. Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons. There it is. I said
There it is.
That's the words.
There it is. So he said that what got him out of that, box was the movie Cloud Atlas.
Yeah.
Which we recently talked about.
Yeah.
On a trailer reaction
for Megalopolis.
I did it.
Nice.
So you hadn't seen Cloud Atlas because you were like,
I only saw like the trailer of it, and then I tried watching it, and it was just like a bunch of nonsense, and I was like, this is going nowhere, and I think I only lasted like 15 or 20 minutes, but then watching this trailer for Megalopolis, I was just like, who is this guy? Neo? Who is this guy? Constantine? And then you got Morpheus here talking to us. And he's on a building. This is the jump sequence for Neo. It just felt a lot.
So as I said before, Cloud Atlas visually, it was really well done. And here's the thing: it was a bunch. So you were following like a handful of people in different timelines. Like they were like you would see what they would look like if they were in the 1980s. Yeah. But then you would see them in like the year 500. But they're not the
same people.
They're not the same people.
Okay.
So it was just, I guess, layers and layers of that, where it was like, oh, we're here, then we're here, and then we're here. And you saw how they connected or didn't connect, and how different they were in those different realms, which is a very interesting idea. But at the end of the movie, you're kind of like, so
what happened?
What was the point?
What have
exactly?
we done?
What was I supposed to take from this?
Yeah.
So that was kind of how I felt about it. So to hear him say that it was his saving grace, I was like, oh, well, cool. He was excellent in it. I will say that.
Okay.
So it was interesting.
I have to maybe just put it on and like give it 30 minutes of my time.
30 minutes of your time.
Get to where I see Hugh Grant, I guess. Does he come in later in the movie?
Well, he's one of the people that you see in different realms.
Okay.
So he's throughout the movie, but just as this character, and then as this character. And the thing that he liked about it, he liked being able to do different characters.
Yeah. Wow.
He really it brought back his love for acting again.
Nice.
Because he kind of lost it a little bit, which is it happens sometimes, even in any profession. You lose your love for it sometimes.
Heck yeah.
So this. Oh, and it's the reason why he got casted in Heretic.
There you go.
Nice. Which is coming out, I don't know, is that this year, next year? So it looked cool. It looked cool. So
100.
That's what you sounded like. That's what you sounded like. That's what you sounded like. All right. What's you guys' favorite Hugh Grant movie?
Yeah, let us know.
I guess don't drop it in the chat. Let's see what's
chat.
that.
Let us know if you like any Hugh Grant movies. Por favor.
Yeah. What you feeling?
Yes.
And is it Cloud Atlas? You're allowed to like it.
I didn't know he was in Cloud Atlas. So now I know.
He is. He really is. I want to really quickly highlight the fact that I'm offering a intro to screenwriting online Zoom class on September 28th of this month. As well as a 4-week screenwriting workshop in October. We're going to work together. Nice. So you can find out on Eventbrite. I'll drop the links in this episode description, caption.
All right.
Okie
dokie.